on to a new show. Well, it's not so new anymore, but we call it D.S.U, which is Deconverted Stories Update. And we like to have folks on the show that haven't been on for at least a couple years or so we can figure out what's going on in their lives now. And Steph reached out and said, I want to come back on. So we said, sure, yeah, let's find out what Stephanie has been up to since being on the show. So welcome back, Stephanie.
Hello. And I figured out it's almost 2 years exactly. So we got good timing.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, I've seen some of the things you kind of are in and about. So why don't you sort of let folks know, first of all, if there's anything that you missed in your original interview, which, by the way, folks, I have linked below. Also, there's a link for the after party, which I'll remind you about later. But is there anything you missed when you spoke to us the first time and you wanted to bring up? And was there any repercussions of what happened or being on here? Like, did that stir up anything? Or, let us give us some details on what's been going on.
Yeah, so last time I was at the beginning of round 2 of dealing with cancer.
Right.
So there's been a whole lot there. I'm 2-time champ now. I made myself like a trophy that's back there. I got my husband a MVP plate. But yeah, so officially like done with all of the chemo. That's been a year and a half. Still dealing with a lot of the side effects.
But
I'm back to work.
Awesome.
It's hard. It's so hard. I'm not used to I'm
like a readjustment period.
Beyond just readjustment, like I'm usually the one that in school I didn't have to study. I just, soaked up everything and just A on the test. And it's so
jealous. My
brain doesn't function like that anymore. And it's not to be mean, but there's this part in the back of me. It's like, is this what normal people are like?
I can relate to that. I feel like I lost a little of my fastball after I got COVID, and I feel like I never got it back. And I'm like, oh no, my superpower, it's gone.
Yeah, it's been kind of hard, but they let me come back with a full-on training class so that I got to kind of catch up. There's been some really nice things. There's been some I'm just happy to be there. But now that I'm done with training, I've got like a ton of hours and sick time, a vacation that have just been kind of hanging out waiting for me.
Yeah.
So now that I'm done and I don't have to be there every single day, you bet I'm going to start taking an extra day off. It's going to be great.
Bet your sweet ass.
So, excuse me. So, well, first of all, congrats on the whole stomping on the cancer thing. That's always good news to hear.
Championship ring.
What yeah. Do you still have people that are, I guess, still into the whole religion thing? And did they, offer you thoughts and prayers and all that during the whole thing?
There were definitely some. If I didn't know them well, I just kind of bit my tongue and been like, thank you. If I did know them, though, it was I appreciate that, but, I would really actually need this. And then as far as like things that I didn't cover, there was a lot. So if you really want to know all the stuff that did happen that I didn't fit into that hour, you're going to have to have me back for like 20 episodes. Guys, I'm not that interesting, so it's okay.
Well, does anything stand out?
Let's see.
Did you try any other religions since we last talked? Did you like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to charge this crystal up in this full moon that's coming.
I unfortunately, I already did that before I hit that moment. I do still have my my yin yang little beaded necklace that a boyfriend stole from me back in high school. So
That's
a little bit of, what is that, Taoism or something?
it's
but it's not really a.
that was
I'm
the
not
truest,
concerned with that.
that was the truest sense of affection back then. Is like, I scuffed this off of the Claire's rack. I thought you would like it.
This rack.
Seriously. Yeah, when he did, I'm like, I was so sweet, not gonna lie. And even after I found out, oh, he stole it, nah, it's mine now. Like, that's,
Look, he gave it to
somebody's
me.
found me
Present,
for it.
so I don't know why you guys are looking at me like I should give presents back. Like, what world do we live in?
Possession is 9/10 of the law, or something like
Yeah.
that. That's the old expression.
Something.
Can a
Yeah,
girl have a present?
Seriously, I just want.
It's just
Nah,
mine.
there were. It was kind of sad how many people just like didn't say anything. You know, I had one aunt that definitely still checked in with me, got me a bunch of supplies. She's still amazing. But yeah, other than like my husband, my boys, like there were my brothers on my mom's end, they were great. My sister, oh my gosh, my sister is a rock star. And she's one of those people that is always trying to help everybody and sometimes forgets to take care of herself. But even while she's like taking care of other people and like doing all of these side jobs to take care of other people's dogs, like she still took me to my radiation treatments, like I think 8 out of the 10 trips at least, so that my husband could work, because she's just fantastic. Yeah, she and I definitely talked a lot. There was moments where we were talking about our other siblings, like starting to bail more because of what was going on with me. And so yeah, I am kind of sad. I didn't get as many chances as I'd hoped to tell people, nah, I don't believe in that. But nah, if I felt like it was important, I did. I still, my grandma still doesn't know. I haven't had to fight anybody.
Wow.
To be fair, she's now in full-on nursing home, and so there's not a whole lot that she's plugged into. I do kind of like to joke around when I go to visit her, because she's usually watching the there's a station that's got like all these very Mormon friendly shows, and some of them are hilarious, and I'll go over there and she's always watching something, and I'll sit and kind of hang out, and my mom's there with us, and I'll start kind of joking around about like, oh, wait a minute, they were talking about like about flirting, but beyond flirting. Some of them aren't made by Mormons, but they're closer to Mormon friendly, so they let them be there.
When you say flirting, what do you mean? Like, what kind of things are they doing that would?
Well, they gave that. Flirting? See how he gave that girl 2 Jello cups? Oh, that was flirting, Neil. It was highfalutin fornicating.
like just shy of like heavy petting in public, like whatever exactly heavy petting is. I'm trying to remember what it was that triggered it, but yeah, just something that absolutely would not be allowed for Mormon teenagers.
A butt smack.
But yeah, it goes on in this show, and
over
it's
the
like,
clothes cop in a field, I guess. I don't know.
What? Yeah, I guess.
Did he just smell her hair?
Oh no, it's hilarious. Like, the last time I was there, she was watching it was Sense and Sensibility. It was one of those like movies bought for the book, and I was kind of cracking up because, of course, in that show, like all of the women's dresses are really low, and I'm kind of like thinking, okay, yeah, I was not able to get away with that. Why did they get to show it on BYU TV? This is weird. But then there's one lady, and suddenly her cleavage is too much, and she's like got hers blurred out, and I'm like, oh, that's their limit. Okay. my mom's like, stop.
Lord.
Wow.
Just how exhausting it must be to go through life when you have to like inspect everyone's cleavage and be like, that is just unacceptable. I mean, come on. Like, to have a standard that high, it must be so frustrating to put everybody through the tiny little filter that you must force the reality through. God, exhausting.
Well, we got a super chat from
Yes.
Infidel. Thanks, Infidel. Congrats on fucking up cancer. Fuck cancer. Yes.
I'm happy to give you guys, by using my cancer as the medium, like, take it.
Get fucked, cancer. Get fucked. Get wrecked, noob.
Yeah, no, I won. I went through all 12 rounds. I had all 10 radiation. The old dog that was behind me last time, he passed away in February last year. It sucked. That was one of the hard part. One of my best friends with our chemo group, she passed away within like a couple weeks of that. And dude, February last year was the worst. If I could have skipped any moment, it would have been that.
Yeah. So is the cancer you had now in full remission?
Yeah, so, and it's there's no evidence that it's there. I do go in for my next CT scan 14th of next month.
So it's good to get your CTs scanned.
Yeah, your CT, like, it's kind of like your blinker fluid, you got to check it like every 4 months or so just to make sure it's good.
I'm totally not planning on doing that to my daughter. That would be rude. It would be mean, and I definitely am not going to record it on my phone and show it to everybody at graduation. Sometimes, look, jokes are they have to be made, all right? Or
yeah.
Someone's got to be the butt of the joke, and damn it, she doesn't know that blinkers don't have fluid, so it's got to be her, and then she can get somebody else, and the tradition shall be passed on.
And just make sure though that she also understands she has to get the right gaskets so that it doesn't leak.
It might
and
fall
muffler
out.
bearing. Don't forget the right muffler bearing.
Oh, the dog's coming in.
Now, I've seen a funny video where the guy does that to his girlfriend. He goes, you got to run in there and grab me some blinker fluid. So she goes into this part store and she comes out with a bottle that says blinker fluid on it. And says, here you go. He's like, wait, what?
Put in, maybe? pour in blinker? Act like normal?
Just find like one spot in the engine where it doesn't actually, like, it just goes straight through and start
just pour it like in that gap in the engine, be like, all right, in it goes, just on the floor.
No, it's supposed to do that. It is kind of filters around the engine, make sure that it doesn't seize up.
Yeah.
So your blinker still works.
For my Mini Cooper, the reserve for the windshield wipers is in the right fender. So I'm over here just washing the car, doing like some normal stuff, and I had the hood up, and I'm like getting all up in the thing, and I'm just like, I'm like, what the hell? And then I look down, and there's this like big long tube. I'm like, oh, okay, that's stupid. It shouldn't do that. But it's like way up in the car. I'm like, if this leaks, I would have no idea why that would be coming out of there. Why is it over here? But it's a Mini Cooper, and everything's very British and very small. Well, German now.
That would have been really confusing.
For no reason.
I haven't had to do much with our car. My husband's the one that drives it everywhere. He's the one that was working, so like he took care of all the work on it. So I'm like, this kind of is sad because I like doing that stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But one day.
Okay, so
The Phaetons. Got to use your Phaetons, to charge the phone. Thank you.
Fully charged with photons.
So
Otherwise,
here
it's always just going to end up on stun, and then it's going to glitch out. So you when you really need it to work, your photon, they're not going to come out right.
Answer the phone. Just get immediately hit with the phaser from Star Trek.
there you go, folks. You can grab yourself a bottle.
Oh man. Hey, that's the 100,000 plus blinks. Okay, good.
I need to get that from my son.
Yo, why is it $30? That's what's not funny. Like you could have made it $5 and still been funny. $5 is funny. $30 is like, hold on, bro. Like, are you actually
Okay? How much competition they got then? How many?
right?
There's no other competition. $30 is fair.
How about this? We'll go half and half in on a business. We'll sell it for 10, and we'll undersell them, and we will get most of the joke blinker fluid market to ourselves. And these guys will look like snooty snoots with the $30.95. Who do they think they are?
And
Guess for fools.
Here is how to change your blinker fluid.
Oh, good.
The headlight, right? You drain out the blinker
fluid.
Oh
my God. Remove the headlight.
The light bulb. Refill the blinker fluid. Install refilled headlight. No, there's no such thing as blinker fluid, and this central graphic is designed as a what-if design.
Why do they have to put that right above the car? Like, that couldn't have been like a fine print thing.
Who knows?
Removing a headlight can take like an hour sometimes because some of these cars are so dumb. And proprietary parts.
JR, nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, JR.
Back in the chat. Yeah, so
mostly for me the last couple of years when it comes to like any kind of religious groups, like the RFR hangouts have been so key, like in the online community.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only way that I could really nail down days of the week. Like, Friday mornings you'd have a virtual. I'd go hang out there for a few hours. Sunday morning you'd have a virtual. Go hang out there for a few hours. Monday night after the RFRX talk, there'd also be a hangout there. So it would throw me off if I missed like one or even two of those a week. I'm like, wait, what? I have to check my phone to remember what day of the week it is.
To be fair, like we were forced to have our Sundays off and at the same building for years and years and years. So like that weekly routine is kind of beat into us. So we got to. I need a new routine, please. I'm all screwed up now. Sacrificed my Sundays for 15 years.
Seriously, but before that, it was work, and when you're not working,
right?
That was gone. But yeah, I'm so grateful for all my friends there that were just, even if it was just they sit and chill while I go off on, hey, did you see this weird Mormon thing I learned? Or like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's like cancer stuff. Or
okay, we need to drop. You got to drop 2 weird Mormon things that we didn't hear about, because I'm not gonna lie, we do not. We don't really keep up with the Mormons. We're kind of generalists in that way. We have to talk to everybody. So hit me with the Mormon freak shit.
Okay, let's see here. I talked last time about how you're not allowed to laugh out loud after you've gone to the temple and have done all the Masonic rituals. So that one, I barely touched on the multiple levels of heaven and what Mormon hell is.
That sounds like it could be interesting.
Let's see.
Yeah. I click on that one.
Did I don't think I talked about how the Native Americans are actually Jews. That one definitely didn't come up.
Wait, what? Americans are what?
No, the Native Americans.
Well, they
are Jews.
There was a family of Jews that were in Jerusalem about 600 years before Christ shows up. They get their dad gets a heads up from God. It's like, hey, you know, I'm about to destroy this whole city and like send all of y'all into bondage. So you're cool. You get the warning. Get your family out of here. So other shenanigans too, because their dad is so forgetful. They leave. He's like, oh, I forgot. You got to go get this. Oh, I forgot. You gotta go get like girls now because if I forgot, you know, you might want to give me some grandkids. So, but yeah, their dad's a total idiot.
So they just out here being they just a lost tribe.
Yeah, they end up coming out like on a boat, regular boat.
They emigrated here, you see.
And they end up somewhere North or South American continent. They haven't ever told us exactly where. Of course, you know, being Utah, I always thought it had to be somewhere in the North America ends. Where else would it be?
When was the Book of Mormon written? When was that?
1832.
And then do they do like revisions and stuff to like they change stuff? So you know what that is? So you know what that is, Neil? That's Operation Paperclip.
Bullshit?
No, that's them putting Operation Paperclip into their thing because Jews did come to the States and they did go to South America. So now he's saying that now they're saying that Operation Paperclip is how the natives got here. They got on a boat and they came over from Europe early at the time of like that's what they're saying. So that because there are large, because if you want to make a and that's what most of these religions are, they're like just so stories. It's like, well, elephants' noses used to be real short, and then a crocodile came up and bit the nose and pulled it down, and now you got the long snout. So it's like they're trying to make a reason for there to be like Jewish populations in Latin America, and like, and also explaining why all of the natives who were also already here in the same areas that the Jews came over. Oh my God. So now that makes sense then. That's the Jews were returned to their natural Native American Jewish brethren.
Yeah. But it turns out that I learned there's a historic reason why that was a huge part of the book. Turns out when Joseph Smith was like up and putting together his next scam, which ended up turning into this religion, when he was a kid, and an adult, like the whole idea at the time on the origin of Native Americans was, they must have been this ancient group of Jews. And they didn't know exactly because at this point, this was where they were finding massive burial mounds with just like these mass graves because, you know, the white people showed up and then before a Native American ever saw a white person, they died from all the illness. And there was a whole bunch of them that would die. And so the rest of the remaining group would bury them in a rush and move on and try to get to somewhere where they could start over. So now the white folks finally show up to these areas and they see like just these bones and what are these weird artifacts? What are these? Because they're also buried with like a jewelry and weapons and all this other stuff like you do. And the only explanation, Jews, has to be. They're just ancient Jews. So this was a common thing. And like, it turns out that's where he got the idea because people would believe it. So that's.
I'm going to share screen now. Wasn't he from St. Louis or Missouri or something like that? And then ran across and stole all that. Because this is right outside. This is right outside of St. Louis. It's the Cahokia Mountains. There's like hundreds of these. They're like several hundred. I mean, the steps obviously we put in modernity, but yeah, there's hundreds of these mounds, and it was like they had whole ass cities. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's over here like, yep. Pyramids must have been Jews building them, slave Jews.
And he was from Burnover District, like up by like Vermont, North New York, and all of that, where there were a ton of these places.
That's funny.
And that was also another idea was, there's a lot of this buried treasure, and he and his dad were some of the people that would scam people into like paying them to find these things of hidden treasure. So that's where it started. He was like raised to believe and know, oh, this is normal. Okay, this isn't necessarily real, but this is how we can survive. And that just was one of the little seeds that kicked off everything.
Wow.
But yeah, that was fun to learn about.
That's funny.
Now, do you want to hear about the Jews who had the submarines before there were submarines?
Yes.
Oh, the wooden submarines? Yeah, somebody was in the chat.
Okay.
I think Stephanie Helms was mentioning that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, Steph, you're here. Wait a minute. Hello. How dare you not say hello? Come on.
Her is here.
I didn't have the chat open.
She did. She said hi.
Okay, but I was hiding the chat because then I can't see Mikey, and I wanted to see Mikey.
I'm not important.
Now I can see more of Mikey. Yeah, the whole 4th century, 80s, a whole day. Okay, but yeah, so even before like this one dude's family and their really forgetful dad end up showing up, they find these other, like, okay, so the Jews find other evidence that other Jews were there before them. So it goes even further. And these Jews, they showed up around like Tower of Babel time, and it was this guy and his brother, and you don't ever find out really the brother's name. He's just always called brother of Jared. So it's like Jared's brother. Like,
oh
hey,
man,
Jared,
I hate
where's your
that.
brother? Go get your brother. Yeah. I don't know. Jared was important. This guy's name was not. Oh, well. But yeah, so these are another group of Jews who like
my brother Jared, my other brother
fine.
Damn it, tons.
And so they get warned, and they end up making it over to the other side of the continent somehow. And so yeah, eventually they're finding like all of the evidence of their existence. So yeah, it's not just a one set of Jews. There's like it goes way, way back. So of course it has to be real. But yeah, they show up because God teaches them how to build basically like some submarines that they don't have motors, but they're built kind of like footballs, and they're cupped together with like two halves, and they are sealed tight like unto a drum. Who knows what that ever means? That's a whole joke.
Toy like a toiga.
So they would literally float then, rather than be submarines.
They could float, like, and they had the rest of there was like a cork spot basically that they would seal things up. There's a cartoon. They made a cartoon about this part of the story that I was watching all the time as a kid, so I could find the video link for you guys. It's amazing.
Neil, stop laughing.
Yeah, so,
Neil, stop laughing. I'm gonna need you to get in this boat. Hey, shut up, Neil. I'm going to put another boat on top of you. Shut up, Neil. I got a cork in there in case you need to breathe. All right, just calm down. So I'm going to start pushing you into the water now, Neil, in this wooden coffin with a cork to save you.
Oh, but how are we going to see? Oh, it's okay.
It's a boat.
It's okay. We got these
window.
rocks. See, like I took these rocks and God touched them with his finger and made them light up. So we'll have these like in the boat so that we can see.
Miracle.
There was more than one boat. There are multiple groups, so there are multiple boats.
So they all drowned. Okay.
Yeah, they just all together. And odds are, if one makes it, then and the other three don't, at least one worked. It was worth it. But yeah, so the idea is that these are like they're moving along. They're like getting moved around by like the ocean currents, and the waves are gently pushing them to the point where they end up over at the Americas. It's
we all live in a wooden submarine.
So maybe they're just kind of they're talking like like them fake arcs we'd be seeing with the little house on top of the big ginormous pelican mouth hull. Maybe that, and then they just like stacked two of them like Oreos on top of each other, and it was just like, hello, that'll work. Obviously,
maybe.
I mean, where would
because they didn't have to take a bunch of animals with them. They just were like, get your family.
Hi, Crystal. Thank you.
How would you even know if you were there? Or if it's just the normal concussion you get from waves, like what? Like, how is the land concussion different?
I don't know how it's considered a submarine.
Because it goes underwater.
Because it
with
went
its
underwater.
engine.
But there's no engine, you said.
I don't know.
Got
I mean,
prayer,
they
Neil?
called them boats. They did it.
Motorized
We
by
joke
prayer.
and called it they're like submarines because. Oh, another crazy thing. It turns out that there was this guy from Russia that Joe got in contact with, and this guy had like plans on how to build a submarine, and he was going to use that as like when he was starting to take over the country and go to war with it, like as a threat.
Stop.
Because it was going to take out the regular Navy, right? It was going to be able to do that. So there's a lot. Joe was a trip, like horrible human being, but so fun to learn about.
I'm that whole submarine thing is just throwing me for a loop because that's just utterly ridiculous.
You're telling me I didn't think about it until only a few years ago. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Yeah, suddenly you take out the power of God and none of this works.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia. It looks like he was on the move a lot.
Oh, Joe?
Yeah, he was moving
He
around.
kept getting kicked out. And then like he'd have like things would be relatively messed up in Ohio, and they get kicked out of Ohio, and the people that started to leave and got to Missouri first, they were chill. They had like a deal with the local Missourians. Missourians?
Missourians.
I
am a proud
had like a deal.
But I'm not from the western hills of Missouri. I'm from the very awesome, best in the world, St. Louis. Thank you very much.
Nice. They'd go over there and be all chill, and then like they'd be cool neighbors and fine, and then Joe would show up and he would just destroy everything, and that got him into a big war. And that's
paramilitary groups,
secret assassins.
In March 1838, in West Missouri, it says Harris publicly denied that he had ever actually seen the golden plates, while Whitmer and Cowdery were excommunicated for dissent in April. So it was like it is going down over there. It's looking like the goddamn Trump administration. Just everybody getting fired, everybody mad at each other. Golden plates everywhere.
Yeah, the Missouri end. Missouri end, that was definitely like the first round of Trump, but what's going on now, it was terrifying. Learning that Joe had something in place very similar to 2025. Learning about that in a drive through the dark in the canyons on the way back from like Boulder, Colorado, back to Utah. That was I was not okay.
It's a lot.
That was one of Bryce's best episodes on Naked Mormonism. Oh, but it was he's got a great imagination, and he was able to put together all of this information that he'd found and do like this story as if it was like modern times and the result of Joe's plan succeeding. So yeah, that was horrifying. And we got a little bit of that after Joe died, and Brigham Young took over that chunk. And because he had this perfect situation where just a whole chunk of the Western continent was fair game if you could take out the natives that were already there. Yeah, he got to run a bunch of that for years. And that's why Utah is still the way it is. It took so long before you could dissent. It was,
pretty isolated.
Yeah, if you want, if you want, I can hunt down that particular set of episodes. But
you said it was from Brad.
Don't listen in the dark. Don't listen in the dark like I did.
I ain't scared of no Mormon. Jello Busters.
I've had that song.
That would go off if I made a jelly. If I had a musical in a Mormon town called Jello Busters, the line would be around the block, Neil. We could charge whatever we wanted. $100, $100 just to get in. Line around the block. That's funny.
Oh no. I have had that Ghostbusters song stuck in my head for like 3 days because someone put together a mashup. It was there's someone made a mashup of it with Gangnam Style, and it shouldn't work, but it works insanely well. And now I can't get either of them out.
No. I refuse. There's no fucking way those two songs work together. I see some other Gangnam Style fucking song merge with, or what do they call that?
Mashup.
Another tune. Yeah. That was like, what the fuck?
Man, Mashups
was a metal tune.
Mashups came out in 2004, and we thought we were fucking on the edge of science.
Guys, I got a list. I have been building a list for like 2013.
Yes.
And it was it started whatever RuPaul songs with a Fits in the Tantrum song. And ever since then, I've just started writing them down. And so I'm going to get the tech to pull them off just for fun. And
needs to happen.
It's stupid how many of these things I have.
Well, you have my axe and my bow. I haven't done that in a while.
And my PC.
And my wireless mouse.
No verses that I could find that the vessel moved underwater, which would technically not make it a submarine then. It could be submerged, but it said that it could move across the ocean. Nothing that says it moved under. I didn't even know there was such a thing, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, well, I'm going off of the cartoon, and in the cartoon, it dipped under the water, and I'm pretty sure there were shots where you saw whales going by under the water.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that thing
at that time, the prophet of the church?
Imagine if that thing fucking submerges itself around like a pod of fucking like sperm whales. Oh, they're dead. They're dead 10 ways from Sunday. Like they're like, oh, you're just gonna come into our turf and like not say hello. Oh, okay, I'm gonna bump your nose, and you better bump my nose back, or else you know what that means. And well, that means we must fight to the death. And then they did not bump noses back. They did not.
Yeah. Well, and as far as it not going underwater, according to the text, the prophet at that time approved the video showing it went underwater. So he clearly got a revelation. So it absolutely went underwater. That's how that works.
You saying the prophet lying? How could you?
Right.
How could the prophet lie?
The sperm whales were
prophet could lie to make a profit.
Yo, that is the largest carnivore the earth has ever seen. The sperm whale.
I do not boop your nose at you, sir, but I boop thy nose.
I would want to, but I'd be like a full body booping, just
like one of the Velcro suits.
I thought I would, as a kid, in my life I would have encountered at least a dozen of those by now. It hasn't come up yet. Not one time have I had
whales or Velcro suit.
Both.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. I wouldn't mind a Velcro suit every once in a while, but I wouldn't mind like a sperm whale, like at the stoplight. Like that would be a problem.
What?
No, I don't want that.
How'd the sperm whale get into a vehicle in order to be at a stoplight?
These are the
it's
right
a BoJack
questions.
Horseman episode.
Where they just cross the street sometimes.
You never see the whale crossing signs?
How'd the sperm whale cross the road? Or why'd the sperm whale cross the road?
In excruciating pain.
Yeah.
High on ocean meth.
Ocean meth. It's blue after all. I mean,
Oh
they
shit.
don't call it the big blue wet thing for nothing. You get wet, man. You start tripping. LSD. Angel dust.
Oh god.
That's what they do.
Big blue wet thing. Yep, that's the Muppet Treasure Island
Yeah.
term for it. Yeah, okay, I see you. Oh, dude. There's
It's
this
such a
book
good
I've been
movie.
reading. So good. I absolutely love that thing. Child, adult, doesn't care. It still holds up beautifully. But there's a book I'm reading, and the villain in it has Tim Curry's voice. It's a dragon, but it's got Tim Curry's voice. There's nobody else that fits. He's just absolutely charming,
Just
but
works.
you know that this is such an evil creature.
Do not trust that dragon.
Mm, no.
What about
I
Tim
blame my
Curry?
kid.
Should I trust Tim Curry?
I think you can now. Didn't he die?
Yeah, he recently, I think. I was just thinking that. I'm thinking, wait a minute, didn't Tim
Yeah.
die recently?
Yeah. Wasn't he the voice of Scar? Or was that somebody
No.
else?
No.
Oh, that's
That was
Jeremy
somebody
Irons.
else.
Who else
Yeah,
was it?
that was Irons. But Tim was so many voices of the villains. He was voice of, was it Hexus from Ferngully, which I didn't know until I was only a few years ago.
Yes.
That makes sense now. He was not. Yes, the OG Pennywise. Yes, he was. I got a little
Yes.
figure of Pennywise now. That one. We went and I did go see the new Stephen King movie, and really, really good. I'm excited they finally got it as a movie, but
Okay,
it
he's
is
alive.
very hard to watch. So if you're not
I was
ready,
about to say, I don't think he's
Hurry.
dead.
He's 79 years old.
yeah, he just been
He is
chilling.
alive. Timothy James Curry is an English actor and singer. He rose to prominence as Dr. Frankenfurter in the musical Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is the first thing I ever saw him in. Claw,
Never heard of it.
And then he played. He was Pennywise. He's also in the Clue
So many.
movie.
He's in the second Home
I
Alone.
remember.
He's the voice of the organ in the Beauty and the Beast Christmas movie.
Yep.
Yeah. he's like the
Shadow.
majority of my childhood is voiced by that man.
So what happened is in 2012 he had a significant stroke and it left him partially paralyzed and reliant on a wheelchair.
Mm.
Ooh.
He was in
There you
Congo?
He was in Legend. Wait a minute.
He's in Legend and Congo, yes.
Congo was
Yep.
scary.
Really? I didn't-
The gorillas eating people? Are you fucking kidding me? 10 times your strength?
I haven't
Doing
seen that
sign
one
language
yet,
to each
too.
other and shit? Shit was fucking scary. I'm like, this is the smartest fucking enemy you could ever have. You, but stronger. And see in the dark. Maybe I made the
And
last
better,
part.
because I don't know sign language.
Right. This speaking in code. When talking.
I never have, but I've always wanted to learn sign language.
I think we should probably all do it. Maybe the AI can't figure it out.
Mm.
There
Now,
you
if
go.
I just had a name where 4 of the letters of my name weren't so similar that I could spell it out. I know most of the signs for every other letter, but S, T, N, and M are all like, you do like this or this or this or that. It's your thumb goes in a different spot,
Mhm.
and I can never remember which is which. So
The last Tim Curry credit I'm going to throw out there is he was in The Cat Returns, the Ghibli movie.
Oh, okay.
Video
I
Ghibli?
haven't seen that one
Mhm.
yet.
I haven't watched that one, but now I'm going to have to go. I think it's the cat with the top hat. The very fancy kitty.
Cat in the Hat?
Classy. He would be. He would be the classy one.
Yeah.
He's a funny actor. I know that. He was pretty good. He was also in It. He was
genius,
crazy, and like creepy as fuck.
Mark Hamill too.
Yep.
Only the good actors can really show you the truly unhinged characters.
He's amazing as a villain. I had no idea that he was the Joker in the animated ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was my standard growing up, is who the good Joker was, is if they were close to that version.
I've always said Mark Hamill is Joker, and everybody else is trying to catch up. Heath Ledger got close, but animated Joker is the Joker.
Yes. And it's the they got Hamill to do the video games too, didn't they?
Yep.
Some of them, yep.
Yeah.
For the Arkham, I think. Arkham series.
Yeah. Couldn't have been anybody else.
I wouldn't have.
Both Blues Brothers. All Canadian keys. See, this is why I don't keep the chat in front of me, because then I get. But I'm just going with it, because one side effect I got, the chemo brain is strong. So I just given up. If tangents are going to happen, cool, let's go.
You have to just let it go. Embrace it. Ride the tangents. Surf the cosine. I don't know. There's some sort of other trig joke that we could be landing, but we just can't find it. It's there though.
We're not quite on the same curve. We'll get there if we keep.
So for an episode of D.S.U, we've covered blinker fluid, wooden submarines, but Stephanie, like, has there, like, since you've been on, is there anything that you really wanted to talk about that you've accomplished or done since being on the show?
I've finished every episode of Naked Mormonism. So
I see. Okay.
I've learned a ton about the history. Like, I think I was just getting started a couple years ago. And
what's the most shocking thing you learned from that?
Shocking as in what infuriated me, or shocking as in, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. That's amazing.
I would say
because there's
something that really stood out, and you could say maybe made you angry, like, wait, what the fuck? That kind of thing.
Because probably the ones that made me the angriest, other than all of the accounts of the women who were victims of polygamy and Joe's manipulations, because that's a close second. But there's so many that I kind of got used to that rage a bit. I could write it out easier. But the one that made me nauseous was learning what they did with early Black people in the church. Mm-hmm. For example, there was one woman, she was taken in unofficially, like kind of like an adopted daughter of Joe and his wife. But she was told that she would be sealed to him, connected to him. I went over what sealing is, but yeah, she was told that she would be sealed like one of Joe's daughters because they were so close and all of that. Well, they sealed her, but she wasn't allowed to go into the temple where they did the ritual because she was Black. And she was also sealed as a slave, not as a daughter. And that was just one of what they did to all the Black people but that was a whole other episode too, that like.
Question.
Yes.
What do you mean sealed?
Okay.
I don't know the vernacular.
Okay. So yeah, like your soul, your spirit eternally connected to like a link of people. So like that's why the whole
like saved
families are forever. Well,
like a
not
covenant?
saved. kinda, but like
a family thing.
Yeah, like a family chain kind of. Like the way your family tree branches off, you are connected to each other, and nothing can change that.
They're like, so she's like, "Can I get on the Excel spreadsheet?" And they're like, "No. Actually, we are going to put you in the Excel spreadsheet, but you're going to go on page 2 with the help."
Yeah.
We have
and there was a whole bunch of people. They did that too. But that was one of the ones that, like, for some reason, hers just hit me hard. And that was
she's not white and delights. Yeah. She's not white and delightsome, Neil. What did she expect?
Right.
The other one, though, that is the opposite end of the spectrum was an episode about there's this thing known as it's basically like the largest evidence of miracles in Mormonism, and it's the temple that they've built in Ohio, in Kirtland, and it's been this huge thing, and they're at the dedication, and suddenly they're seeing angels, and they're seeing past prophets, and they're seeing all of these amazing people that are there and showing their support of, yes, this is a righteous cause, and all of this is going on that everybody that was there could see. And it turns out it was Joe and had spiked a bunch of the wine with some mushroom originated.
I love it when that happens.
Flavor. And of course he had everybody fast, and so that when they did drink with the wine, and they could drink as much wine as they wanted, and they were encouraged. Oh, you finished your wine, here, have some more. So then they got drunk on top of that. So yeah, a bunch of people were tripping out.
Oh my god.
And seeing all this stuff.
Puking up Jello everywhere. Just
everywhere. Because there was other accounts. Wine flavored Jello. Now I got to see if I can use Jello in wine. Never mind.
Why not?
That's a what?
Maybe the chemistry is bad. I don't know if it'll work. But that's dude. I've smoked a little too much without eating, or gone out drinking and like only had like half a lunch or something like that. Whew. That stuff cuts right to the core. So you got these plain people who don't even have caffeine in their life. You starve them for 6 hours. And then
3 days.
What?
You fast for 3 days for this kind of thing.
They were tripping balls, brother.
They did. Oh, yeah. Balls, and that's the way that we figured that out. Because there were a bunch of people that didn't have anything, and they were cleaning up the vomit. They were, like, dunking people to get them sober. And now all I can think of is oh my gosh, what movie is it? Dunk them in the cold, dunk them in the, and then finally they chill. Yeah, I don't know that part.
Fuck. Like,
it's you killed my father. Prepare to die, dude.
Oh, Inigo Montoya, Princess Bride.
Yeah,
Princess Bride. Yes.
What was that?
You have to memorize that movie if you're Mormon. That and Holy Grail, but you're not allowed to understand most of what they're actually saying, so that you don't question things. But
they actually have introduced the Princess Bride to the Magic the Gathering game, so you can get Princess Bride version. Yeah.
What?
Well, you can also get SpongeBob. You can also get Spider-Man in the MCU. You can get all kinds of shit in Magic the Gathering now. So
that's funny. I finally played. I've got.
Yeah, it's fun. I haven't played since like '96, but yeah, it's fun.
I made a figurine of my little pet dog, Lancelot. He's the biggest chicken. Turns out he's actually a mimic. And he was trying to mimic how to be a dog, and he got stuck that way. But because he's not good at it and hasn't perfected it, he still is really sticky, and he looks like something horrible is wrong with him. But my character doesn't care. He's like, oh, that's my puppy. That's Lancelot. He's sweet. He's my friend.
I was trying to remember Requiem for a Dream. They had the whole congregation in there, and that really trippy, fucked up part of Requiem for a Dream, where it was like, I want to get off of this movie, but the movie won't stop. Oh God, it won't stop. And that was them. God,
Yeah.
poor people.
Yeah, but there's accounts of people that are like, I saw nothing. Nothing happened. What are these guys talking about? So that was one of my favorites to learn about, hands down. Like, yeah, it was a lot of the pain and suffering that happened along the way. But this whole thing with the temple being like one of the big stories that's always talked about and always held up, and then it turns out, nah, it's a bad trip.
They're selling it like the special flowers from fucking Batman 1 or Dark Knight or whatever. It's like, oh, breathe in the smoke. It's like, it's called hallucinogenics. Like, we know this now. Like, it's not, this isn't magic. It's chemistry, dog. They're fucking you up.
Yeah, so now there's been like some more traction on the idea of like, it was probably a bunch of mushrooms that helped out Joe's progress to get everyone to think that he was doing miracles and sacred and able to see things and heal people. But yeah, it got funny because the more people that showed up, the less these miracles happened, and the more they only happened in the temple. But then the more people are able to get into the temple, you don't see them often there either.
Miracles are very shy.
Yeah.
Historically.
That was one of the exceptions. Like, he built up some really good, like, got into contact with all of the past saints, and they're like, okay, we'll do you this solid. We'll pull out all the stops.
He was like, don't y'all see how I made that lame person walk? And they're like, no, take another sip. I'll ask you again in 5 minutes. Take another sip. I'll ask you again in 10 minutes. You know, just take 3 sips. You know, fuck it. Let's do all 3 sips right now. I think that should be enough. Actually, here, take this cup. Yeah, that'll work.
He was sneaky, though. Turns out he would use like an oil, and that's what he put like the texture tincture, whatever stuff that was there. You could put it in an oil and on your head, and you could like cover, and it would skin. Yeah, so you think you were getting this blessing.
Dude is fucking dosing.
Yeah, and we still do the oil blessings, but you know, I never got to
minus the good
have
stuff.
The fun parts happen.
So. Yeah, I bet they were seeing. I bet they were seeing angels and shit like that. They were over like, oh yeah, just put a little oil on your hand, and the dude's like, oh, I'm out of my oil. Let me just grab his. Fucking just put that on there. Motherfucker start seeing angels and demons and shit. Fucking.
Whoa, where'd you get yours? Yours is.
This is some good stuff, ass. This is some good ass oil.
Can I cook eggs with this shit?
Oh my god.
We can try. Then you got the munchies covered as well.
Exactly.
It's a vortex, because if you start cooking with that oil, you're gonna want to eat more food. You never get out of there. It's a feedback loop. Just eternally munched. That is my goal in life, is to be eternally
munched. Num num num. Num num num. Just keep going.
Numb until I fall into a black hole. Num.
That is one benefit of like dealing with all the cancer stuff and the side effects to it. Like, I just got to renew my card.
Yes.
Today. So yeah, I'm good still. I think for another year. I don't have to do 6 months anymore. We get to stay a year. But yeah, like last night, my husband this week, he'd gotten to do like security ID checks or whatever for the Flaming Lips show.
Cool.
And yeah, all I knew was they're like big deal with the indie groups, and yeah, he's like, oh, you gotta look up these guys. They're so fun. But yeah, so last night I listened to the whole album of Yoshimi fights the pink robots, and I only cried a little. Okay, only because there is a cancer connection there.
Right.
Because I was reading my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, they did a musical of this thing. And he's like, oh yeah, what's it about? And I'm like, it's gonna break your heart. It's about a girl who has cancer, and the robots are the cancer cells. That's why they're pink. So, and that's why she has to take her vitamins to stay strong, and that's why it would be tragic if she loses. So, yeah. It was good. It was worth it. But yeah, using like edibles to get that intentional feeling going.
Right.
Very therapeutic. Doing it without somebody knowing and without their consent. Oh my gosh, you're a horrible person. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. No, that's not a good idea.
One more reason I don't like Joe. Robo cancer. Skin robo cancer is rust.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's a waste of drugs. The person's not ready yet. You can't swing. The pitch has not been thrown. You can't swing the bat. Just swinging the bat, you hurt people.
Flaming lips after drinking spiced
water. Indeed.
Oh my god. Go to a Flaming Lips concert after having some of that fucking mushroom wine. Oh god.
Might be running for the hills.
What's that band that like silences everybody and like takes their phone, or like they take everybody's phone? They're like it's like church, or I can't remember. But they're like a very
actually takes them.
They put them in the little baggies, and like there's no recording or anything like that, and they're like super theatrical, and everyone's wearing costumes. It's not like Guar or anything like that, but.
And I know Ghost doesn't. My No Sleep Token isn't that intense about it. I don't know. I know that if you do it in and A Perfect Circle is the band, they'll kick you out.
Yep.
Absolutely one of my favorite shows I've gotten to go to because there were no cameras in front of me. I got to just enjoy the show.
Yeah, Ghost is the name of the band. You're right.
Ghost will kick.
They say a no phone experience.
Yes.
Maybe it's certain of them. When I got to go, it was all outdoors. I have a stole, by the way. My stole is over there, and yeah, that's one of the posters. It's one of our favorites because my husband's family is Catholic. So that whole imagery, they're in our bedroom, and our boys have a poster in their bedroom, so that if his family stops by, there's not a lot of explaining and that goes down.
Right. I've never even heard them. I want to check them out. They seem
Ghost is fun.
They seem pretty crazy, which is my speed.
Well, I don't know about crazy, but
if they're not crazy, they can stay their asses right where they're at. I want some weird ass freak show shit. Give me the weirdos. Slop it.
It's
to
weird,
me, big boy. I need it.
Yeah, they do.
It's weird.
Definitely.
I saw, and I wasn't prepared for how theatrical they were. It was
They're no Guar.
Who's the band it's all about Vikings?
Shit.
Yeah, they were the openers for Ghost. And so you had two bands that really get way into the whole thing.
Amon Amarth.
Yeah, Amon Amarth. Yeah, they I've got video of that one. I've got video of the singer hitting the giant Mjolnir's the hammer, but hitting the giant snake with this inflated rubber mallet thing. Yeah, and then I've got another one where he's like kicking Loki off the stage. It's great. That was a cool show. It was a lot, but best part of an Amon Amarth show is where they get everyone doing the whole row motion in one of the songs. And this was
Oh.
an amphitheater. Some of us had seats. Everyone on the grass did not, unless they rented like a folding chair. But everybody in this whole thing on the ground or in their seat, rowing together. It was like,
That's sick.
the most unifying thing I've ever seen at a show. But Ghost was a trip. They're absolutely so much fun.
All right, so we've gone over the hour, so
Oops.
I want to sort of.
We do that.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
we can bring all this up again because I know Sadie's going to want to talk about ghosts. So
yes,
we can do the after party. We'll start it up at around 6:30, guys. So we'll take a bit of a break between the two shows. So if you're interested in joining us, give me or Mikey a shout and we'll get you a link. Steph, thanks so much for coming back and sharing some more stuff.
And thanks for having me. Like I know it wasn't a whole lot of like, oh, I found this Mormon thing and this was hard and this family thing was hard. But this has been the last 2 years, like learning about these crazy bands that I would never listen to, like finding all this crazy Mormon stuff out. This is
Wooden Submarines. Good. That one fucking threw me for a
loop. You've been missing out on Wooden Submarines the whole time.
I love that. In a wooden submarine. All right, so yeah.
The mushrooms came later.
Thanks everyone for hanging out with us in the chat, and thanks to all our members that help out the show. We got a super chat tonight.
Thank you.
Which was awesome. So we'll get to the after party. The link is in the description box below if you just want to hang out in the chat. Also, there's a link to the original interview we did with Stephanie down below as well, which you can, and also there's links to a bunch of other stuff that Steph has in the social media sphere, so you can check all that out too. So, all right, then. Until then, guys, like I always say after the interviews, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Sorry, Native Atheist.